Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
सारे कृपा करो तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही तू
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। So very, very honoured to have been invited back again. Last time we did a Katha here. It was about have we been missold Sikhi? It's online on our YouTube channel. You can watch that again. It's proved to be fairly popular. The idea of that was we have a card in our pocket. If someone says, "What religion are you?" we pull out this card and it says Sikh. We hold it up very proudly. I'm a Sikh. So we have this card that we're Sikh. What does that mean? The Aj, especially today, because we're celebrating Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Gurpurab, the fact that the founder of our faith came upon the earth, born 1469, and became Guru they got given the Gurgadi by Vaheguru. We think, if that's where Sikhi started from, and we're celebrating their birthday, then today, even more than ever, it's important for us to understand what is Sikhi. What is it? What is that message of that Guru? Now, the way to look at this, I found very interesting, is when we look at Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and we think, obviously they're our founder, a lot of kids, when they're growing up, they have a picture in their mind. If we can all for a second close our minds and think of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, just what we have in our head, even the kids, close your eyes and think, what do I picture when I see Guru Nanak Dev Ji? And it tends to be like the picture outside, as soon as you walk inside the bar. It tends to be of an old man with a big white beard and sometimes a very white face. Sometimes the picture outside is good, they look brown actually, but sometimes they look like they're a white person with big white beard, and they're sort of like that, and their eyes are away up in the sky, and they've got a hand up and it says Ikon God. There tends to be, and they're a little bit podgy, they're not very fit. This tends to be how we sell Guru Nanak Dev Ji to our kids. Nothing wrong with the pictures, but every kid, and I myself, I came into Sikhi when I was 21. So before you look at me now, don't think, I don't know too much. When I was 21, I came into Sikhi. But that tends to be the picture of Guru Nanak Dev Ji that we have in our mind. But is that picture correspond with reality? That's what we have to ask. Is that actually the Guru Nanak that we follow? Or have we been sold something that isn't true? Because Hasangaji, I'm 33 years old now. I can tell you that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was younger than me when he became Guru. When this Raj, this kingdom of Guru Nanak Dev Ji started, we'll talk about that later on, he was 27 years old. Many of us, when we finish university, when we come out, and we think that's Guru Nanak Dev Ji, can we picture our kids who come out of university, start their job, can we think that we would sacrifice our head for that person, of that young? Nowadays, Sikhi has been, you could say it's a qabza of the old people. The older generation have almost taken a qabza over Sikhi by saying that this is what Guru Nanak Dev Ji looks like. He looks like one of us. We're the old guys with the big beards and the white beards, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji used to look like us, so you have to follow us. The question to ask, is that the real Nanak? So the first thing we want to discuss today is, who was the real Nanak? Have we forgotten? Sada Sacha Guru Siga, the Pehle Pasha, the Pehli Pashahi, the Noor of Vaheguru, the light of God that came down upon this earth, as Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Jirasi Shabad Pade said, Kalataran Guru Nanak Aya. That the moon, the way that we understand Guru Nanak Dev Ji maybe has been a little bit lost in translation. We that live out here in the West, we grow up, we're involved in our normal work. The Sunday tends to be the time we come to Gurdwara. The thing that we associate with Sikhi tends to be in our house, what's up on our walls, the pictures. Now, to go back to how Guru Nanak Dev Ji actually looked like when they became a Guru, we can think of what happened when they were 7 years old. When they were 7, are there any children in the audience that are about 6, 7 years old? If you put your hand up, if you're a child around about 7, 8 years old. See, look, there's a child there. Just stand up and show the audience how big you are. So just look at that child for a second, who's 7 years old. At this age, Guru Nanak Dev Ji wrote Patti Likhit. The Patti Shabad, when Maharaj says ki Dadda Dosa Deo Kise. Don't blame anybody else for what's going on with your life. Dos karmi apniya. All your karma, your own karma is the reason for what's happening to you right now. Don't blame anybody else. At this age, when they were going to school and the person was teaching them, and he replied back. When they were 9 years old, when they tried to put the janeo onto them, the string around there, and they said, why do I wear this string? They said, because if you wear this string, you will become a real, what they were, a bedi, from that kul, and then you will be able to get mukti when you go. And Maharaj says to them, Sutak, this thread, this taga. They said, what is this thread? I'm not going to do too many quotes in Gurbani because the youth, they just need to learn here in English. Maharaj says to that person, why are you giving me this thread? They said, give me the thread of daya kapaha. Santoh, give me contentment. This is the thread that will not break off. The thread that you're talking about, it will break off. It will get dirty. I'll have to buy a new one. They said, you buy this for a couple of pennies, you put it around my neck, and you say, I got mukti. Hypocrisy, Maharaj was speaking out against. Maharaj says, give me the real thread of compassion, of contentment, of the naam. Give me these things, and then they go, na eh tutte, na man lage, na eh jale na jai. Then it won't get dirty, then it won't break. It will stay with me. This hypocrisy, Maharaj told when they were 9 years old. When 7 years old, they taught that Pandit the whole alphabet of Gurmukhi Akhar. They showed him every Akhar has a spiritual significance. That's in Guru Nanak Dev. When we teach our kids Ura, Ada, Idi, do we tell them what Guru Nanak Dev said about Ura? Do we tell them what did Guru Nanak Dev say about Dada? No, we tell them Dada, and we say ki Dada, tera Dada. Dada, tera. Any word we think about, we never tell them ki Dada means dos. And Dada means dos, don't give dos to anybody else. Take the responsibility for what's happening in your life upon yourself. When you take responsibility, only then you can change something. If you look at psychology now, these many years later, when they deal with problems that are going on in your life, with alcoholism, with whatever, abuse, anything, first thing they say is, take responsibility for your own actions. You are the person that decides what you do. You can't lose your temper. You always knew you had a temper. If somebody pulled a gun at you, when you were losing your temper, you'd stop. No matter how lost it was, it's suddenly going to come back into your hands. They've done tests. People act drunk and they act silly. The policeman pulls a gun out of them in America, not here. They suddenly sober up. Maharaj is saying, take the blame for what's happening in your own life upon yourself. Sort yourself up when they were 7 years old. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when they got the Guru Gaddi, even the Shabad of that Guru Gaddi, when they became a Guru, that's in Guru Nanak Sahib Ji. On Ang 150, easy number to remember, Maharaj says who he was and what happened to him. This is an amazing Shabad. Maharaj says, I'm a Tadi. Maharaj says, I was a hot Tadi, Vekar, Kare Laya. They go, Maine koi kaam nahi siga. I was a Vekar Tadi. Somebody got a degree and they get a job, they go, hey, Faltu, Kare Baithaya. Maharaj says, I was a Faltu Tadi, I was Vekar. And then God gave me a job, Kare Laya. Guru Nanak Dev tells us he got given a job. When we say he's our Guru, what does that word Guru mean? Maharaj tells that he says, Tadi kare kusao shabad vajaya. Tadi is being given a job. His job is to go out there and sing the Shabad day and night. He said, Maharaj said, sing the Shabad day and night and spread out and sing the Shabad. Maharaj was 27 years old when they went to the throne of God. When they were in Sultanpur Lodi and they were doing every morning doing Ishtar by the river, and they went into the river. At that point, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says himself, that Tadi Kasam Balaya. He Kasam Mahal Balaya. That Tadi was called to the court of God. Do we tell our kids this? Do we tell our kids that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was called to the court of God and given a job by Akal Purkh Vaheguru themselves? This is what happened. This is how they became our Guru. Maharaj did not stand up one day in Satsang and say, I'm a Guru. That never happened. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was given this job. He was given a job to go and spread Gurbani. Gurbani is not from Guru Nanak Dev Ji's own mouth. Maharaj says very clearly, this is not from my own mouth. Maharaj says in Babbar Bani, he says, Oh Lalo, as the Bani comes to me from Vaheguru, I speak it out. Jaisi mein aave khasam ki Bani, taisra kari gyan ve nalo. Oh Lalo, I'm speaking the Bani that is coming from God. Even take it further, Guru Ramdas Ji tells us very clearly. Maharaj says ki Satgur ki Bani, Sat kar jano Gur Sikho, Har karta aap moh kadai. That God themselves is taking out of my mouth. Maharaj says, I open my mouth like this, and Bani comes out from God. It's revelation. If you don't understand that Gurbani's revelation, then we're saying Guru Ramdas Ji was a liar. That's what it is. Maharaj says, Gur Sikho, Satgur ki Bani sat kar jano. Recognize it as a truth. Simple Punjabi. There is no difference between the Bani that came from Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the Bani that came from Vaheguru themselves. It was the same. God has given us revelation. Now people out there keep saying that Sikhi is not revelation. There's people nowadays that exploit our young Sikhs, especially for the people who are living away from South or from places that there are loads of people already into Sikhi. There's people that walk around thinking that Guru Nanak Dev Ji made Bani themselves. How did they make it themselves when they're saying it came from God? People claim Sikhi is a man-made religion because they miss this vital fact. Gurbani is revelation. It can't be man-made. And you know what the proof of that is? What did we sing? Agya Pai Akal Ki Tabe Chalayo Panth. Agya means the order. The order has come from Vaheguru. Agya Pai Akal Ki Tabe Chalayo Panth. The order came from Vaheguru. Then Guru Nanak Dev Ji started this Panth. This Panth started back then. It didn't start with Guru Gobind Singh Ji. It started with Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So today we're going to discuss who is the real Nanak. Imagine now for a second Guru Nanak Dev Ji as a young child standing up against all the things that were told to him will work, and he goes, that's not true. Imagine that child in your family. We'd be tired of that kid. You never listened to me. Imagine nowadays if a kid said, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. What's the point? If a kid now came here to Gurdwara and he said, I'm not going to go to Gurdwara, no one thinks about Bani there. Sare baithe galla kar rahe hain. Main nahi jana. What would we say to that child? What jawab would we have? Because Guru Nanak Dev Ji did that same question. When they got taken to the mosque after he became a guru, everybody was praying. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, "Main nahi path karna with you." They knew the kalma, they knew all the Islamic prayers. They said, "Main nahi padna." Why? They said, "Ki koi ithe path kar hi nahi raha." None of you lot are doing part, they said. Not to us lot. Maharaj says, none of you lot are Muslims. You're doing part. You brought me here to prove to me that there are Muslims. Because Maharaj said, na koi Hindu, na Musliman. They said, that's not true. I'll prove to you there's Muslims. Come to the mosque. And Maharaj went there and said, no one was praying here. Everybody was thinking about something else. This person who stands up against hypocrisy, this person who's a rebel, that's our Guru. They say in Punjabi, a Singh is either a Bagi or a Pasha. Bagi means a rebel, outlaw, and Pasha means a king. Are we rebellious nowadays? Did we rebel against the system? Or have we just sat down and just, yes, okay, this is what happens. This is what Sikhi is. Are we rebelling against the generation that tells us this is what Sikhi is and saying, no, Gurbani says this. If you look at our community, we'll talk about this in a minute, what would Guru Nanak Dev Ji do if he saw us now? Or if Maharaj came here, Pangat, and they came down and we could see them, what would they say to us now? Maharaj is 27 years old, they become the Guru. Can we imagine somebody 27 years old? He's not white, Maharaj is a farmer. They're dark brown. They got a black beard. And Maharaj takes Bange. Maharaj goes to Hardwar. They're throwing water to the sky. They're saying it's going to the sun. Guru Nanak Dev Ji stands there throwing water the other way. There's a guy in Birmingham, Agora, he's got into Sikhi. He goes, I like reading about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He seemed like a cool dude. That's what he said. See, like cool dude, he went to places and he challenged people on the hypocrisy. When Maharaj went to Jagannath Puri and they were doing Aarti, and Guru Maharaj said, what's this Aarti that you're doing with lamps and you think your flowers are so beautiful? Maharaj said, Gagan mein thal, Rav Chand Deepak bane, Tarika Mandal, Janak Moti. Look at the sky. The thal is the sky. The sun and the moon, they're the lights. All the stars are in there. And the wind is the Jabbar. This Jawar we do now, Maharaj says, look at the wind, it's caressing the earth. This whole earth, kaisi aarti hoye. Pavakharna, teri aarti. Maharaj says, look at the earth, how beautiful it is. Look at the system that Maharaj has made for us, and we think we're praising God. The whole earth, the whole planets, every single thing out there is praising God. And we think we're doing so much. We sit there with it. I do my part and I think, wah, my part kita. Guru Gobind Singh Ji is 16 years old in job side. Uchar kita. Guru Gobind Singh is 16 years old in Akal Ustat side. We get excited if we memorize a quarter of it. We think, wow, wow, wow. We get excited when we give 10% to the Guru Maharaj says, Sokyo Visre, Jin Sab Kich Diya. He gives us every single thing. We say ki Tada Data Ek hai, Sabko Devan Har. One Vaheguru gives to all of us. But when we give our 5% or 1% to Guru, we want loads of our name in the Ardas. We want loads of things written up to say, wow, well done you. De mange sehsa guna, Maharaj says it. Look at these people. The people that come to give the Gurdwara, Maharaj says it. Guru Nanak Dev says, he goes, they give. Mange, what do they want? Sehsa guna. They want 1,000 times back. They want people to praise them. And then soba kare sansar. And the whole world should do my soba. That Guru Nanak Dev Ji was young. He was rebellious. And he took Pange. That's our Guru. Why did we follow him? Because of the Shabad that he sang. This Shabad that he sang was amazing. The truth of God came down to us in Gurbani. This is the Khajana that we've been given. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was young. He went out, travelled the world. Whenever he saw injustice, he spoke up. And you know what? He went to jail for it. Guru Nanak Dev Ji had been to jail. He'd been imprisoned for what he said. When Multan was being attacked, Maharaj spoke up against it and they put him in jail. The funny thing was, the Muslims, they respect people that are holy. When they saw this person in the jail doing his part, they realized they captured a bead of God. They realized they captured a holy person and they didn't want to incur the wrath of God because he believed in one. Yeah? This Islamic Tawheed is called, the oneness of God. Maharaj always preached the oneness of God. So they got scared and they took him out of prison. Guru Nanak Dev Ji talked about this in Gurbani. And Babar himself regretted what he'd done. Maharaj had been to jail. Maharaj was a rebel. Maharaj took Pange. That's our Guru. Maharaj was young. Maharaj didn't just say Ik Oankar like this and look like he was sleeping up and with his eyes up in the sky. Guru Nanak Dev Ji travelled. Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to the top of the mountains. You know, nowadays we couldn't even do Ben Nevis. Maharaj climbed mountains that no one had ever climbed apart from the Siddhs and the Yogis who lived for hundreds of years. They went to those places and when they went there, the Siddhs asked them, how did you get here, Nanak? How did you get here? This is only the place for the really amazing people that have power. Maharaj says, the Shabad brought me here. The Naam brought me here. He was fit, is what we're trying to say. Maharaj was fit. He was a big guy. He used to do his farming. They weren't some podgy old person looking with eyes up in the sky. That was not my Guru. My Guru was a rebel. My Guru was a king. He was a founder of a city. Kartarpur was founded by our Guru. And he never said Nanakpur. Ajkal we have Nanak, we have places we gave, name it for the person that made it. Maharaj said, no. I'm not going to name this after myself. Kartarpur, the city of Vaheguru, the one who does everything. This is what they did. They made a city. We're so scared of leaving our communities, staying in our little ghettos like Southall, Birmingham. You lot are living out in Kurjardika. You're actually staying away from the ghettos that we have in our pant. People are scared to walk away. And yet, Maharaj goes and sets up a whole new city by himself. He says, it will happen. If we build this truth, it will happen. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji, maybe we misunderstood him. Maybe Guru Nanak Dev Ji, if we talk about it now, if they came here now, what would they say? Look at what's happening to our Panth now. Sachi dekh lo, if Guru Nanak Dev Ji is a 27-year-old Guru, walked in here now, what would they say to us? When we give our, let's talk about it step by step, when our committees are run by people who vote for people and not by people who are the people that we respect. When the Sevadars, they say that we are Sevadars, they call themselves Pradhan. Pradhan means the highest level. When the Sevadar can call themselves Pradhan, how is he a Sevadar? When we charge people to do part, we charge the Sukhni Sahib 200 pound, Bya 500 pound. We charge people to sing Gurbani. We charge them for Saj parts and the Khand parts. But then, look at the Sangat back. Sangat does not give the Daswan. Sangat does not say 10% of my income is going to my Gurdwara. Without doubt, without question, it's Guru's money. Sangat doesn't think that way nowadays. Isn't that a shame? And the Gurdwaras have to charge. We all part of this system. Wherever it's gone wrong, we're all part of it. Every single one of us is part of that. I'm part of that. Every single person is, we pay our Gurdwara to do things for us like a Pandit. If Guru Nanak Dev Ji walked in here now, he would question us. He said, "Tusi matha tek deo." Kade padya? What do you bow to? Is it an idol? Is it Bud Puja? Is that what we're doing now? Are we just bowing down to an idol? Are we singing the Shabad? When he goes, Tadi kare basao, Shabad vajaya. I've come with a line, the word of God, and we ignore it. Imagine we do that in our house. Ajkal TV baba ban gaya hai, but imagine if somebody gave you a flat screen TV, 55 inches, stuck it in your house. Would you leave it off? Nah, man. People be excited. Get the latest HD movie. We put it on. We want to test it out and see how cool it is. But the Gurbani, the word of God is coming, sitting in front of us here. Guru Nanak Dev is sitting in our presence right now. And they're saying, I've come with the word of God. We'll sing a little Shabad here. What does Guru say? What should we do? Maharaj says in their part, Guru Amar Das Ji, he says to us, how should I find my God? How should Kit Dware Paiye? He asks this question, Kit Dware Paiye. Maharaj goes, Tan, Man, Tan, Sab Somp Gur Ko, Hukam Maniye Paiye. Give yourself to your Guru, accept the Hukam. What is that Hukam? Amazing. What we think nowadays is, don't eat meat. That's the Hukam. Maharaj's Hukam is, don't drink shrab. Is that the level? Is that what Sikhi is? Is that it? Bas? Asi sare case na katiye, meat na khaiye, shrab na piye. Is that Sikhi ban gayi fir? Fateh hogi pantati. How many times do we tell our kids, karo, na karo, na karo. Whoever said, baja pehla, let me explain to you the mool mantra. Let me explain to you what ik oankar. That ik oang denal, with that sound, kita pasao, ek pokawa. With that oang sound, made akar. And akar is inside the ik. And akar will finish, but the ik will not finish. It's a circle. Ik, oang, akar, ik. Sat. This is the truth. E satya. And then, Gur Prasad. By the Guru's grace, we can get that ik. We can become ik with the ik. And how? Sat Naam. This Sat through the Naam. Who gives Naam? Guru. These simple things. In 5 seconds, what we talked about now, 95% of our Panth does not understand this Ik Onkar Sat Gur Prasad. Where does this Bani come from? We don't understand. We haven't understood ki Naam ki hai. Naam Japra da matlab ki hunda. If Guru Nanak Dev Ji came here now, I don't know whether he would laugh or he would cry. I think he'd wonder, why? Because he kyun Gurdwara? If you're not finding it, no wonder people are leaving our Panth. People are going to Christianity. People are going to other things. Because they don't find God here in Gurdwara. Because we are not doing justice to this truth. We are not doing justice to this truth. We are not singing the Bani or understanding it. Sikhi to the max kade hondi hai Gurdwara vich. Very few times. And that too, Sevadars and the youth have to step up and do it. They're not Andi Gurbani, they're not at the front doing Sikhi to the max. There's no desire to teach people the Shabad. People don't come here on Sunday and think, I want to teach 2 hours of Guru's Bani to my Sangat. That's what we should be coming here, to learn Guru's Bani. We do not come to Gurdwara to learn Guru's Bani. No. We come here to do our rituals. Maharaj would, I don't know, he would laugh or cry. I feel like crying sometimes. I don't feel like laughing because I've got love for the Panth. Because I've got love for the Panth, I feel like crying. If I was somebody else on the outside who'd given up on the Panth, I'd be laughing as well. And there's people that are Punjabi, that are sick, and they used to be sick and they become Christian. And they come knocking on my door to make me into a Jehovah's Witness. And they laugh at the Panth. They are laughing because they think you don't know nothing, you haven't got God. Because they haven't read the Shabad either. The people that are in the Panth, they're not reading it either. So they don't know what to say. They just go, I'm a Sikh. They pull out the card. But you ask them, what does the Mool Mantra mean, my friend? The Mool Mantra was given to Guru Nanak Dev Ji when he became a Guru. When they went up into the throne of Sachkhand, they got given these beautiful words. Ik Oankar Sat. This is the truth. Sat, eternal Sat. Naam. To the name. Karta Purukh. There's 5 names in the Mool Mantra. There's 5 names of God in the Mool Mantra. Karta Purukh, Nirpau, Nirvair, Akal Murth, Ajuni Sarpa. And these 5, Guru Prasad, by the Guru's grace. Guru can bless us. This is not just Guru's grace. What does that mean? It means Guru Nanak Dev Ji has come with the power to bless us with this Naam and the Sat. That's what it means. There's 5 names and the whole thing is summarized by Ik Onkar Sat Guru Prasad. The Guru has the power. So Sanaji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji came here today. He looked at us from the committees, from the rituals that we do in the Gurdwara. And then look at our Panth. Let's not just say to the people that don't know Gurbanis, what about the ones that do their part? The ones that look like me, the ones that look like us, with the kirpana, walking around saying, I'm proud to be a Sikh. But to see, why are you proud to be a Sikh? Because Guru Gobind Singh, they sacrificed their 4 children for this Panth. Are we saying we're proud to be a Sikh, or are we saying we're grateful to be a Sikh? Are we grateful to be Sikhs and thanking Guruji? Because Mala says, Kirtana is the worst thing in the world. The worst thing in the world is somebody who is ungrateful. And instead of saying thank you for being a Sikh, we say we're proud to be a Sikh. The Sikhi, what's happening to Sikhi? What are we proud of? Because Guru Nanak Dev is going to walk in and be proud of us. I'm proud of you guys, are my Sikhs. I don't think he'd be proud of us. I think he'd say, crying shame. Kisi honu de dena. Very few people are learning the Shabad. Very few people are talking about the Shabad. Look at the Amritaris of this Panth. I'll point the finger at me. What do? We judge. Judge. Like we're Judge Dredd. All day long we go around saying, Tu maraya, cut case kar daya, Bashara sharab pindaya, ithe na karo, o na karo, e na karo. Mere muh de thappad ban. We're like that. We judge people all day long. Yesterday, this is what I was crying about. My niece, beautiful name, Nanaki. She's a lovely person, really lovely person. She does not go to Sikh Society University. Jandini, they're judging people. The nice people in our Panth do not go to our programs. Because we, Amritari, we judge them. We push them away. Jithe neat Somali and Tithe Nagar Tiri Baksis. Maharaj has come to protect the lowest of the low. Here we are pushing away the lowest of the low. The ones that know that they're not good. They know they're drinking sharab, they're eating meat, they know they're not doing good, we push them away as well. What would he say to us then? What would he say? Gursikha mein tenu ki kya si? Babaniya kahaniyan. Put saput karen. Tell the stories of the Guru. Babe di kahaniyan dasso. The mare putter change putter ban jange. That's what he said. Babaniya kahaniyan put suput karen. Suput means a good child. Makes it nice. Suput. You got a child, you think, ene mara banaya? Tell them stories of the Guru. Every Sikh society, what should they do? Every week, just to talk about one Guru. There's 12 terms. Let's just do 1 week, what did Guru Nanak Dev Ji do? Next week, what did Guru Nanak Dev Ji do? Next week, what did Guru Amar Das Ji do? If the people understand what the Gurus did on their Bandana Sikh, it's a beautiful line we came up with, t-shirt quotes. Sikhi does not need selling. Sikhi just needs telling. You don't need to sell it. It's so beautiful, it doesn't need selling. Just tell people, what did our Gurus do? On Hafta Hoya, 1 week ago, we celebrated Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi and Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Avtar Purab. Imagine, in history, has it ever happened anywhere that from Guru Nanak Dev Ji, from 10 generations, from first Guru to 9th Guru, the 9th Guru does something which is so amazing. No one in the world has ever seen it before. Never ever has it been seen before that some prophet of one religion gave his life for another religion. That one action, you can say, I'll follow the person just for that one action. But read this slok. Slok Mehnanama padh ke dekho. How amazing is Slok Mehnanama. Man maya mein phadre ho, bisre ho Govinda. Doesn't that happen to us? Our mind is trapped in Maya. Bisre ho Govinda. We forgot now. Mitra pyara Nanak ji, main chhad gavaya. Ramb kusumbe pulli. Oh my beloved friend, that same Mitra pyara Guru Gobind Singh Ji says ki, Mitra pyare nu hal murida kehna. The same beloved friend, who is that beloved friend? Vaheguru. Vaheguru. Vaheguru is our beloved friend. Have we made Vaheguru our friend? Or is Vaheguru the angry person looking down at us and judging us? Because that is what the Panth is doing now. The Khalsa Panth is out there judging every single person. We're not the beloved friends of the Panth, of the Sikh Panth. The Sikh Panth doesn't think about the Khalsa as a beloved friend. Guru Gobind Singh Ji thinks of it as a Khalsa. Khalsa says he's my beloved friend. Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, Khalsa mera sajan sura. Khalsa is my warrior friend. But we don't, the Panth does not think of us that way. Sunday Mutha Prapan, Mere Mutha Prapan. We judge, we push away all of our young people that want to learn about Sikhi. They want to learn and we push them away. What would Guru Nanak Dev Ji do? Aaj aake ki kehande? Maharaj says, Sach bulai si, Sach ki bela, Sach sunai si. Let's speak the truth. This is the time for truth. In Kal Yug, it's a time for truth. Let's be honest with ourselves. We've made all of this into a pakhand. So much of our panth is just lost, and no one is following Sikhi. Gur Sikhi ka karam eho. Guru Parmai, Gur Sikh karam. By Guruji. This is what Sikhi is, he says. Gur Sikhi ka karam eho. What is Sikhi? Guru Parmai, Gur Sikh karam. The Sikh just does. That's it. The first thing we must do is connect to our Vaheguru. The nice people in our panth, the nice people, let's get them into the panth. I was looking at Aman outside. He's holding somebody else's child. That's the test. If you give your child to somebody, you trust them with everything you have. We love our children, yeah? If you can give your child into someone else's hand, and you trust that person to look after that hand of that child, then you should love that person with so much love. If you're a Sikh, they want to follow Sikhi. Be that person. We should not be pushing away these people that are so lovely. You would give your child to them, but then in the Gurdwara you say, you're not welcome here. In a Sikh's environment you say, you're not welcome here. This is who the Sikhi is for. Be nice first, then follow Sikhi. What did we, last time we came here, this is the talk we talked about. Ki Santan ka marg. Sant ka marg, taram ki paudi. Ko vadpa gi pai. The road of the saints, this path of the saints, the first step is taram. Taram means good, righteous actions, nice actions. That means if you can trust someone with your child, they are now on the first step of enlightenment. The first step, be a nice person. We tell our kids, be a nice person. Majority of our panth is full of really nice people. What are we doing to these lovely people? We're depriving them of this. The next step, it's not enough to be a good person. It's not enough to be a good person. Repeat this every day. It's not enough to be a good person. I have come with a human life. We must connect to God. Je nahi kita, pachtaoge. Ram Simran, Ram Simran. Pachtayenga man, you will regret it. Maharaj has come to give us the truth of God. The most important thing is Sat. The truth, which way? Naam. Through the Naam. So we'll sing some Simran now. I'll talk a little bit about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Who was he really? Let's find out. It's not enough to just say, oh, we're useless, we'll beat ourselves. No. It's not enough to do that. We must learn. Who was he? To do that next. We know this in W. Simon. It says, I bow to who? Who do I Adesh to? Adesh means to bow to that one who is the Ad, the beginning of the world. He was there. Ani, who is pure. Anand, who has no beginning. No one made Vaheguru. Vaheguru is beyond beginning. He is our beginning, but he has no beginning. And then, Anahat, he cannot be destroyed. No Hatya. Jug Jug, Ek Bhis.
Hare
keep our hair. That was not the message. That is not the message we need to keep hammering down our kids' throat and giving them guilt complexes with. The guilt complex that we've got in our pant is huge. No one thinks they're a good Sikh. I'll give you a test of this. Hands up who's a Sikh. I'll give you a test. Satsangaji, hands up who's a Sikh. Hands up who's a Sikh. So whoever says they're a Sikh, put your hand up. Honey, just put your hand up if you're a Sikh. It's a test. Okay, there's only a couple of Sikhs in the audience. Just put your hands up if someone says to you, what are you? What do you say? Okay, put your hand up if you want to say Sikh at that point in time. Not everybody's hands going up. It's shocking, eh? Go, please. Okay, just एक मिनट वास्ते रख लो ते. Just keep it up. So Sangaji asked you this question, and it's not bad to you. Just are you a Guru da Sikh? Put your hand up if you're a Guru da Sikh. डर गए है ना? डर गए नहीं कि नहीं? हो गया ना? I'm a Sikh, but I'm not a Guru da Sikh. फिर केड़े Sikh है ये? If you're not a Sikh of the Guru, whose Sikh are you? It's obvious to you. 2 questions. Bas, pata lag gaya. Where are we in the world? We can't even say we're Guru de Sikh. Sikhi is about following Guru, but no one knows what Guru is. Most of the people don't even know what Guru Nanak Dev said. 10 quotes they couldn't say. 10 quotes. They could quote what John Major, what the politician said this week. How bad John Major can David Cameron. We could quote our economics tutors. We can quote our maths teachers. We can quote what maths is, what physics is. We can quote what law is. And Bollywood. What did Shah Rukh Khan do last week? Sorry, I don't watch TV, so buy something. But we can quote what happened in what these SAS and new programs and stuff like this. What did our Guru say? Onne ki kya? That Baba Nanak, if he came upon the earth and it wiped out all the darkness, Satguru Nanak Pargateya, Miti Tund, Jagat Chanan Hoya. It says that Guru Nanak Ji came upon the earth like a sun, like a moon comes up. And then what happened? The darkness was dispelled. Everybody became light. And the tund, the dust, and all the smoke that went. Is that what he came to tell us? Like a piece of paper we pull out. The don'ts of Sikhi. Don't cut your hair. Don't eat meat, or especially not on a Tuesday. Don't drink alcohol. And then you go to the list. We got a list this big long, like that. And that's Sikhi, that is. Where's the do? And even if we say do your part. Do wake up in the morning. What about the do your seva? What about the qualities? Where are the qualities gone? They are. Do be compassionate. Do be content. Santokh Sut. Sat Gandhi. Tanavat. Sat. Be truthful. Don't lie. Be truthful. Other things. Go further. Even at the end of Japji Sahib, the Mala says, the last body of Japji Sahib. The last body, we made a video about it. It's so amazing. It's called Ethics and the Moral and the True Mint. Sachi Taksal. The mint is Taksal means a mint. If we're a coin, it goes in that mint, it comes out as something. Khadiye Sabad. Sachi Taksal. The Shabad, you need to be the true. If you're the Taksal, Sachi Taksal, in that Taksal, the Shabad will go in and you will get Kirpa. Khadiye Sabad, Sachi Taksal. Jin ko nadar karam. Dinka. Those that have Kirpa of Guru Prasad, they will get this coin. What is that coin? At the end, I'm going to forget it because I always do this. We build up the Shabad. Mala says, Jat Pahara, Tiraj Sunyar. Tiraj means patience. Patient ho wo Sikh, patient. Read the Bani with patience. Kade kade samajh aa jani. Stick to it. Mat. Get the Gurmat. Gurmat Mata Mat hai. The Gurmat is the mat we need. The Guru's mat. What did the Guru do? How did we find that Gurmat? By listening to the stories of our Guru. What did they do? We found out their mat. Oh. Manna. 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 Mulla. Manna. Pi kartaro. Darna. That's what it says. Oh Mullah. Where the Mullah? We see bag. We are holy people in the Gurdwara. I got turban, beard. I'm the Mullah. Now, Maharaj says, Marna, Mulla, Marna, Pi, Kartaro Dana. Be scared of that one Vaheguru. Darja, Une Anaya. That's why Po, Khala. You know when they make the fire in the kiln to make the coin, Maharaj says that Po, make fear your kiln. When the fire burns, what is the fire? Po, Khala, Agan. What's the Agan? Tap Tao. Tap, Part Karna. Back in. Karna. Not skank it. Do it. No matter if you're having a chat with your mates, but if it's time for part, it's time for part. Karna. Follow the hukum. Listen to the part. Listen carefully. Maharaj says that he has 3 forms. We should know this. Guru Gobind Singh Ji told by Nandal. He said, come to do my darshan every day. By Nandal goes, how? If I'm living in Afghanistan, or if I'm living in London, in Crawley, and I want to meet my Guru every day, but I've got to go to work at 8 o'clock, how do I see my Guru? Bhai Nandal is told by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Suno Nandal, listen carefully. I tell you this now, don't forget it. And dekho, Bhai Nandal, we say, how do we see your Guru? Guru Gobind Singh Ji is here. There's 3 forms of Guru. Guru Shabad, first one is Guru Nanak Dev, Guru Shabad, the Gyan. Then there's 2 more parts, Sargun and Nirgun. Sargun means with or form. The Khalsa. The Khalsa is a form of Guru. Meet the Khalsa, Sangat Karo. We should be the kind of people, the Khalsa, we should be the kind of people that you don't want to hang out with. On a day off, you should be calling up the Khalsa and saying, what are you doing, bro? Let's go do something together. If we are not that person, then tikhi gay. If no one's hang out with you, you lost it already. Because you are not that person, no matter this form. People want to hang out with Guru. In Guru Gobind Singh's time, the Sikhs wanted to hang out with Guru Gobind Singh. Yo tarah se sige, Mara darshan de do. Darshan dekh jiwa Guru tera. Puran karam hoye Brahm mera. The Khalsa is a form of Guruji now. They should want to hang out with us. Then the next bit is Nirgun. Nirgun, Mara says, I have a form which has got no form. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's inside every heart, he says. Cut. What is that light? Sab mein hai jyot. Jyot hai soye. Guru Gobind Singh Ji is that light. Sab mein hai jyot. Jyot hai soye. This day chan, sab mein chan hoye. This is the truth we tell our people. The light of God is inside you. The light is Guru. You can become a Guru Sikh by accessing that light. It's inside you. And dekho, you need a scientist. When the first person got a cow and squeezed a bit of milk out of her and drank it himself, and he went, this is good, he didn't know there's butter inside that milk. On an easy pata, just used to drink the milk. Then somebody said, boil the milk, it will last longer. And somebody out there took the milk, got the cream off the top of it, and made butter out of it. Hana? Then he came back and told the unpad banda, said, "Ede vichon makhan bhi milda hai." Kehna, no, it's not possible. It's milk. I can see it's milk. It's obvious it's milk. The guy goes, no man, there's butter inside that milk. I'll get it out for you. I don't trust you. Dikha do fir. She'll show you the butter is there. Maharaj has come to show us inside us is God. But there's a technique to it. There's a technique to this enlightenment. It doesn't happen like that. You बैठे मैं कहीं जाओ कि दूध मक्खन बन जाओ. कदे बनिया? ना. System होता है. There's a system to make dud into makhan. There's a system to make us into that light of God. Sab mein hai jyot, jyot hai soye. This day chanan, sab mein chanan hoye. If we don't see that the light of God is in every single person, then we are blind, Maharaj says. The Khalsa, if it doesn't treat every single person with the light of God, is blind. But then look at the next bit. You should listen to this bit, because we know this quote. Guru Sakhi Jyot Pargat hoye. In the Guru's teachings, in the Guru's life, Sakhiyan. Why is it important to have Sakhi of our Guru? Guru Sakhi Jyot Pargat hoye. Then you see it. Fit this nahi hegi hai. If we know our Guru what they've done, and we know what they said, then that light comes Pargat. Guru Sakhi Jyot Pargat hoye. Jyotis pave so aarti hoye. Whoever makes him happy, that is the aarti. Aarti isn't coming to Gurdwara on a Sunday, matha taking, having langar and going home. That is not the aarti Guruji wants. Guruji wants the aarti. What should we do? Read the Bani. Listen to it carefully. Understand the message. And then live it. Because Bani is such. What's above such? We know the quote. Truth is the highest of all. And the highest it is? Truthful living. Living that truth. Not truthful living what we think is truth. No, we don't want to follow what we think is truth. What Guru says is truth. That's the truth we have to follow. This is what we're here to do. Follow that truth of Guruji. So let's talk about Guru Nanak Dev Ji now. Let's do a little bit. Can you do that? Let's find out who Guru Nanak Dev Ji is. Let's look at what the Sikhs said to him of that time. What did the Sikhs call him? What did the Gurus call Guru Nanak Dev Ji? Let's talk about them.
Tan hai, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, tan hai, Guru Nanak Dev Ji,
showing our kids a picture of Guru Nanak Dev Ji like that as an old man, why don't we tell them that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is a lion? Do we know that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is referred to as a lion? Bukya Singh Mirgavali. Everybody ran away. Bhai Gurdasi says when the lion roared, everybody else ran away. That's the quote used for Guruji, the lion. Why is he called a Singh? Because the truth he came with scared all the Thekedari of the religions. Islam has Thekedari. Thekadita religion now. We've got it as well now. We've got people who are Theke of the Gurdwara. They say they're the Sevadars, but they're not the Sevadars. They're the Pradhans and they control everything. You try getting in there and trying to do Katha. I went to one Gurdwara, I said, I got a course in Sikhi, 12-week course, can we teach it? Kiwaya. I said, no thanks, we've already got it. I said, have you got it? They said, we do a monthly discussion group. I said, what's the topics? No? Mindy's been on it, Amandeep's been on it, 12-week course. From Guru Nanak Dev Ji to now. They said, no, not interested. The Panth is trying to walk forward and people are holding us back. It happened before as well. Guru Gobind Singh Ji never ever went to Harmandir Sahib. Did you realise that? They never went to Harmandir Sahib. Why? Because the Masans had taken it over. Maharaj says, when I come for you, and they got them all into a coup. The only time Guru Gobind Singh Ji ever inflicted a death sentence on someone was upon the Masans that stole the Guru's money and for their own good. And Maharaj put them in a well, and hot oil was poured on top of them, and they were killed. For stealing Guru's money is the worst thing we can ever do. The worst thing to steal Guru's money. That's one day's Guru's hug. That is the same thing. Yesterday, my cousin sister, have you got that? She said. Daswand. It's Daswand. She's from a Sikh family. Her dad goes to Gurdwara all the time. She didn't know that we give 10%. Can't blame them if they don't give it. We don't even know what 10% is supposed to go to a Guru. No wonder the Gurdwara charges for everything. Because they don't trust us. We don't trust them, they don't trust us back. There's no trust. There's no, I made a good Sikh, I made a tu mere Guru ke pyare. Nowadays it's maybe, mate. I don't know about you. Watch it carefully. Now let's talk about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He was a lion, they said. Because the truth he spoke, it shattered people, it scared them. They couldn't argue. And do you know what? He was attacked for speaking this truth. When Maharaj went to Shivratri fair in Abchal Batala, Achal Batala, Guru Nanak Dev was attacked by the Sikhs. They dressed up and they used all their spiritual powers to attack him. Nothing worked on Guru Nanak Dev. Nothing worked. The story is by Bhai Gurdasi. Maharaj was that Singh who goes to the source, because they say in Punjabi, everybody else drinks downstream, but the Singh, he drinks at the source. We drink at the source. The source of everything are the Satya. Jugad is Satya. Happy Satya. Nanak hosi ki Satya. You will not find God through any other truth that's not already in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. That's why Guru Granth Sahib Ji is so big. All the other religions are inside Guru Granth Sahib Ji. If there was an ocean of truth, Guruji is in the ocean. Everything else is floating around. That brings us to the next thing that they said about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He said he was a chand. He was a moon. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was a moon. And what's happening? They said it's a moonless night. Maharaj said it's a moonless night. And Kuda, Kud, Chut is supreme. Vartya. That's what's happening. Kud, falsehood, is reigning supreme, and Sach, Tera Sacha, in the Sach in Gurbani, is hidden. No one is telling us this Sach. That's why it's called a moonless night. Amavas is called in Punjabi. Kud Amavas Vartya. No one can find the truth. Maharaj is that truth. We say Chanda Chadeya. Chanda Chadeya. About Guru Nanak Dev Ji. We say he is the moon of truth. And do you know what it says about the moon? It says the moon has no light of its own. Does it? Moon has no light of its own. It shines with the light of the sun. Guru Nanak Dev Ji has no ego whatsoever. He has no ego whatsoever. He's gone. Nanak died. Who came? Vaheguru. Vaheguru's light is shining on Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He's the full moon and he's shining with the light of God. And that's why we should understand. That's why they're the moon. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is a moon of truth. They've come to give us that truth. Janchariya. There's other thing they say about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. There's a Shabad in Gurbani where they say Guru Nanak Dev Ji has come to start a kingdom. He's a king. What do we call our Guru? Maharaj. We say Maharaj. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Maharaj. We say Tan Sache Pasha, the true king. The king of this heaven, of this earth, and the next place. What does that mean, that he's a king? Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, in Satya Balwandi War, which is Ramkali Ki War, these people are contemporaries of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. They are poets who are living around Guru Arjan Dev Ji. This is what they say about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They go, Nanak Raj Chalaya. Guru Nanak Dev Ji started a kingdom. A kingdom. What was his kingdom? Nanak Raj Chalaya. Sat Kot Satani Nivde. The foundation of this Raj was truth. Sat. Found it. It was in the history. In the history. Alright. Nanak Raj Chalaya. He started a Raj and it was on truth. Guru Gobind Singh Ji says ki in Bedyan ki kul bikhe pargatyo Nanak Rai. The king. Now the king has come upon the Bedi Kul and he gave us Sukh. He came to give us peace. Now is for us a king. That's what we call him Sache Pasha. He's a king. Don't worry about it. So, there's many ways of looking at Guruji. But you know the best way of looking at him is how he says himself. You know Guru Nanak Ji in Japji Sahib, when I say Jisno Bakse, Sifat Salaha, Nanak, Bashahi, Basha. Those who are blessed with Sifat and Salah, these two words are important to remember. Sifat means praise, Salah means prayer. Those who are blessed with praise and prayer are the king of the kings, the true kings. And you know what Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you know the song we talked about earlier, when he said Gurgadi, Tadi, I was a Tadi Vekar Karilaya. If you read that Shabad, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, I got given clothes from Vaheguru. What were his clothes? Sifat and Salah. Guru Nanak Dev Ji's come. Gurbani is all Sifat Salah. That's all it is. If we are the ones that are blessed with the Sifat and Salah of Vaheguru through Guruji, we are the ones that shout every day ki Raj Karega Khalsa. Raj Karega Khalsa. Why would the Khalsa Raj? Because they follow the truth of Sifat Salah. They follow the truth of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. That's why Raj, Nanak Raj chalaya on truth, on this Satnam, on this Sat, Satgur ki Bani Sat kar jana Gur Sikho. This Bani is going to give us the truth on how to solve the world's problems. So now, we have to think about what we're going to do next as Sikhs. How are we going to take this truth and follow it? That's the thing, isn't it? It's not to say ki isyan bhul gaya si. The question we can say ki Nanak asi gawata. We've thrown him away, we've forgotten who he is, and we've ignored the Sikhi that he gave us. Yes, but we can go back. Because I tell you now, when I was 21, I was munna, drinking, doing drugs. At that time, I went to a Sikhi camp. Do you know what happened? A friend of mine, who's into Sikhi, now I still know him now, he said to his sister, because she knew me, Katha, oh Jagraj Singh, kyun gaya the camp te? Unhe ki karna hai? That's the attitude that the Khalsa had. Like he was Amritari, oh kyun gaya camp te? Unhe ki karna hai? He's a shrabi, he's a drunkard. Day after the camp, I took Amrit. Now I was Amritari and he was Amritari. A year later, I could speak Gurbani, he could speak Gurbani. It took two hours to take a munna, make him into Amritari. 2 hours. That's all it takes. We'll be sitting here for 2 hours. Somebody could have taken Amrit this time and gone from munna into a Singh. I look like a funny Singh. I had like a little beard like that and a big kirpan on. But it doesn't take long to become a Sikh. What does it require? Andro change. We go, our Guru, you are the truth, I will follow you. If you can show me anybody in history, 10 people in history that have done what Guru did, that Guru Nanak Dev did. When they came upon the earth, they said, woman, you're the equal of man. In fact, woman, no one can come to earth without you. Only God is outside of you. You give birth to kings. You are above the kings. Even today, a week ago, the Rowan Atkinson, the head of the church in this country, tried to get women bishops put into this country, and he failed. And it was a real shame, because women are equal to men. They're probably better than men, I'd say. They're better halves, as they say, yeah? God has given them that strength. You can stand up on Gurbani and say, Ki Panda Jammiye, Panda Nimiye, Panda Mangane Vyaho, Pando Hove Dosti. This is the truth that's come. That women and men are equal. That black and white are equal. You know, one day I cried about Sikhi when I saw an old man in Punjab giving out prashad. And the little kids from the village, the poor kids, they kept coming in and again. And he didn't care. He was having the prashad, the kid came once, he gave it again. The kid came again, Jo bhi aage aa jawe. He'd give them the same prashad. Didn't matter if they were rich or poor. And utthe mein bolya, Tan Nanak teri vadi kamai. Guru Nanak Dev ji, 500 years after you were on this earth, even now the Sikhs are giving us free food. Khalo, khalo, koila ji khao, shako, shako. That truth has not gone from our panth. That truth has not gone from our panth. It's still here. Guru Nanak Sahib ji is still here. We can still become that Sikh of Guru. It takes 2 hours for us to become a Sikh. Or not even to follow the Sikhi takes 1 second. Say, Maharaj, you are my Guru, I'm your Sikh. Teach me. That's all I want to do. Teach me, let me learn. So Sikhi da karam eho. Become a Sikh. Guru says, tusi karo. Guru farmaye, tusi Sikh kare. That's it. Guru says jump. Tusi go ji, how high. That's Sikhi for us. Give yourself to our Guru. So we'll sing the Shabad now. Bhai Gurdaji tells us, if you take 1 step towards your Guru, if you start learning Ura Aira Iri, you start listening to yourself on an MP3 player in the morning, you're taking that step. We got videos of Dr. Sahib Katha on our YouTube channel. Watch them. Learn about Sikhi. It's not hard. It's easy. It just needs telling.
Bhai Gurdaji says, if you take 1 step towards the Guru, 1 step towards the Guru will welcome you arms open and will travel thousands of steps to come and welcome you. But you have to make the 1 step, take the 1 step. The Guru awaits us. It's a bit like a parrot. when you have a child, you want to encourage the baby to walk or come towards you, you have to stand a bit at a distance and wait and let the child make a little mistake, try and get up, they drop down back on their nappy bottom, they get back up, they have a go, but the Guru is our parent, our mother, our father, our support. So we are the children, all of us, regardless of our age, and Guruji wants us to come. But our espace. But you have to take the one step, and then Guruji awaits you.
एक बार सतगुरु मंत्र सिमरन मात्र सिमरन ताहे बार बार गुर हेत है
एक बारी वाहिगुरु का नाम लो सारे जपो जी वाहिगुरु
Vaheguru.
एक बार सतगुरु मंत्र सिमरन मात्र सिमरन ताहे बारंबार गुर हेत है. Say Vaheguru once and Vaheguru underall, because God's within us, that whole energy, the Spirit's within us, God, Guru will encourage you and help you say Vaheguru many times. But you have to say it once. It's all about making that effort in our lives.
पावनी भगत पाए कोटि अगर पाग राखे ताहि पुर स्वर्ग निदान दान देत है.
Pavani Bhagata, your devotion. Vaheguru looks at your devotion. He's looking at all of us and how devoted are we. Guruji was talking about Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, and they were the devotees of Aberdeen. They were devoted. Devoted means not just partially, but fully, totally devoted. And if you are Pavani Bhagat by Gaudi Agrapagrake, at that time they used to have like seashells. And yet to see Gaudi Raklana, Guru the Samane. Guruji is not interested in the Golak. You can't buy the Guru. You can't buy God. It's very important to remember that. Yes, to run a system, money is needed, of course. But at that time, Bhai Gurdasi said, Pavani Bhagat by Gaudi Agrapagrake. Yet Gaudi Raklana, then Time Guru Sarva Nidana Dam Deta. Guruji is ready to give you all the treasures. They're ready to give you everything. Now we come from a background of primary school teaching, and we know children who want to learn in class, and the teacher is ready. The teacher will appear when the student's ready. Now by law, obviously you have to teach every single child and do everything, but the one who's the keen one said, Sir, I looked up some more stuff. Here's my research. Oh sir, I want to look this bit up. I don't understand this. Could you please help me at break time? There won't be a teacher who will say, no, I don't want to do that for you. They'll be really pleased, really proud of them and say, you know what, because they're devoted to their subject matter. They want to do that. And Guruji is telling us the same scenario, being our teacher, our spiritual guide. If you make that effort and you have devotion, then Guruji is ready to give Sarvanidan Dan Deva. He's prepared to give you all of the treasures. But is the student ready? That's the question.
Satgur Daya Nidhi Mahimaya Gadu Bhogu Namo 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 Nit 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 Hai.
Satguru Dayanita, he is the embodiment of compassion. We talked about compassion. He is the embodiment of compassion, and he wants to encourage us on this spiritual journey.
Charne Sharan Guru
Satguru
Bhagavad says, Ki Satguru is Daya Nid. He's an ocean of Daya, of compassion. That's what Guru's come to do. He's so compassionate, he wants to feed you before you even come into the Darbar. He goes, eat first, then aake baitho, then we'll talk about God. Pehle peet puja, phir kaam tuja. That's what they say in Punjabi, innit? Maharaj, just come, aram na khake, behke, come here, listen to the Gyan. Because Maharaj says that Gyan is that bhugat. The food actually for our soul is Guru's Gyan. That's what's going to feed us. Otherwise, our mind will wander looking for satisfaction. It will wander everywhere looking for satisfaction until we find this Shabad. Until we find this truth of Guru. When we find that Gyan, then Maharaj says that we'll be satisfied. So, if Guru is come with his desire to give us his Gyan, and he's the compassionate one, we need to be compassionate. We need to be feeding people, the poor people. Guru Sahib says, Jithe need Somalian, Tithe Nagar Teri Baksis. Where we look after the poor people in this country, the ones that have no housing, the ones that have no parents, that's where we go forward. The Sikhs yet haven't realized what it means for that. Not yet. In this country right now, Jithe 300 years ago, the Singhs were saving Bibiya. They were saving women who were being stolen away from prostitution, weren't they? They were going to get sold into sexual slavery. And the Sikhs went and fought them. And got those women back. This country right now. Second most profitable thing right now is human trafficking. It's surpassed drugs. In this country right now, when you look around this Eastern European women, there are women who are stuck in little rooms with no passports. And they are being raped every day for money. So Sangaji, when the Khalsa stands up in this country and says, no more. When the Singhs get out there and they start stopping this stuff from the Albanians, then we'll prove these words that Satguru is Dayanid. Because Guru has come with that compassion, but compassion isn't dry in Guru's house. It's not sitting here thinking I've got compassion. Compassion means doing something. It means doing that. So, last thing we're going to finish off with is what is our Guru here to do? Maharaj says in the beginning of Asa Diwan, Balehari Gure Apane Dyohari Sadvar Jin Manaste Devte Kiye Katnala Givar. I am a sacrifice to my Guru who has made human beings into demigods. Jin Manaste Devte Kiye. Guru Ajahn Dev became a Dev from Guru. Guru Angad Dev Ji became a Dev from Guru. And by Mani Singh and by Kanhaiya Ji, they became Devte. No one has done what they've done. Bhagat Puran Singh became a Devta. No one has done what they've done. These things of serving people, of helping people. That's why we say our Guru is so great. That's why we follow our Guru. Because they've done something. They saw the problems in the world and they created a solution. They gave us a Shabad. They gave us a Langar. They gave us a Khalsa. They gave us a Kirpan. And they said, Jaki Kaddo, wherever there's bad people, go and fight them. Guru Gobind Singh says, I've come on this earth, Dushta Daman, to destroy those people that are Dusht. And kick them out and establish a Hare Miraj, a compassionate kingdom. Same compassion, Tazangaji. Dayanid, Hare Miraj means a world which is run for compassion. That's what we've come here to do. Set up a world based on compassion. So Maha Kirpa Kare, for us to walk upon this path, learn. There's loads of resources now. You can go on YouTube on your little phones and just get the videos there. So Sangaji, we've started to launch a plan now. I'm going to finish off with this. We're going to do Prachar full time. We're going to ask you guys to support us for 1 year. Be Tera 2013. Be Vahegurus. Be Tera. So Maharaj Sabkis Tera. Sponsor us so we can actually hire people to spread this Prachar across this country. Let's get this course into every Gurdwara. Let's get this course into every university. So that in 5 years from now, we can all sit here and say, I helped to make this happen. That every single kid in this country goes to a course, learns about Sikhi from Guru Nanak Dev Ji to now. You can ask Mindy, you can ask Aman what they got from the course. We're working hard, Satsangji, working hard to make this Guru's dream come true. And the Sangha has to support us. This is the Guru's form now. There's no messing about. It's 2012 now. No more messing about. We need to sort this pant out. We need to get this truth. Establish the kingdom of truth. Why? Because Guruji ordered us to. We have to do it. So we'll finish off with Medicine and Anand Sahib. Allah Tuka maaf karni Sadhana ji.
ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਿਆਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਿਆਂ ਅਨੇਕ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਅਣਜਾਣ ਹੈਗੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਹੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਰੇ। ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਉਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਦਾ ਬਲ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ, ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਬਲ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ। ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਹੈਗੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ।
ਰਾਮ ਕਲੀ ਮਹਲਾ ਤੀਜਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਆਨੰਦ ਪਿਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਏ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਤ ਸੇਤੀ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਬਧਾਈਆਂ ਰਾਮ ਰਤਨ ਪਰਵਾਰ ਕਰਿਆ ਸ਼ਬਦ
कज के बुलाए सो निहाल वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। संगत जी बेनती सी do this. Last time we came here, we didn't do the Katha of the Hukamnama. When dukh hoya si, I even asked, because the Hukamnama that gave last time, we talked about the Road of the Saints, was the same one. Santa Kamara, Taran ki Pori, over the Bhaggi Pai. So today's Hukamnama, Guru Ajahn Pasha, Maharaj says in Raktanasari, Charta Desa Kino Bal Apna Sir Upar Kartaryo. The Vaheguru has made his power in all four directions, not just in Punjab. The light of Vaheguru, the power of Vaheguru is everywhere, here as well. And he's placed his hand on our head. What does he do? What is that done? Kirpa katak avalokan kino. This is what he's come to give us. What has God come to give us? He's come to look at us in kirpa, give us grace, and then wipe out our dukh. Dukh parhare sukh kar le jaye. We come here, we matha take, we're supposed to give away our dukh and take sukh home. This is what Guru's come. Oh sukh dataya. Guru is sukh data, he gives us sukh. Harjan rakhe Gur Govind. Oh Gur Sikhs, if you become a Harjan, if you become a servant of Guru, then Harjan rakhe Gur Govind. He will protect you. This is the Soda. Sacha Soda air. You come to Guru, you give yourself to Guru, Guru will take care of you. Maharaj says next, can't lie. He hugs me close. Oh, that's a friend here. He's our friend. He's not our bad person looking down at us saying, you're mean, you're naughty. No. Maharaj says, can't lie. I'm going to submit it. He will wipe out all our sins. We are full of sins. Hum avaguna pare. Ek guna nahi. But Maharaj, he can wipe out our sins. In Gurbani he says, if I was not a sinner, who would call you the savior of the sinners? We are all sinners. I am the biggest sinner here. And I say that my Guru can protect me. That's why he is. Can't lie. Afghana submit it. They are all. He is that compassionate, forgiving Lord. He forgives us. We take one step, he forgives us. Then, this is a quote we use a lot. But we use it for what we want in life. Maharaj says, Evi ho jana. He will give you bliss. He'll give you peace. He'll wipe out your sins. But he'll also do this for us. Ki jo mange thakur apne de soi soi deve. If we ask for naam, if we ask for forgiveness, if we ask for gyan, knowledge, he will give us it. He will give us what we ask for. But we have to get the right mindset. What do we want? Maharaj says, Mangana, Manganika, Harjas Kurte Mangana. The right thing to ask for, the nice thing is to ask for praise of God. Ask for that praise of God. Maharaj says, Nanak Das, Mukhte jo bole iha uha, sach ho. Whatever Guru Nanak Dev says is true here and true in the next world. If he says, Mukti milgi, Mukti milhi gayi. No one can wipe that order of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He is Sajjan Sacha Pasha. King here, king in the next world. If he says something is going to happen, it's going to happen. If Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, Raj Kriya Khalsa, Khalsa will Raj. No doubt, 100% Khalsa will Raj. The whole world. And Maharaj says, what? Aaki rahe na koi. No one will be against it. Sare man jange. Khwar hue, sab milenge. Everybody will say, let's join up together now. Everything has happened. The Khalsa will Raj. The ones that are saved are the ones that are in this Sangha now. Who are in the Sharan of Guru. The ones who fall, hold on to Guru's Anchal and say, Maharaj, you keep me like this way. If we become Harjan Rakhe, Guru Gobind. If we become a Harjan, Guru will save us. So, this world is very tough. Pavsagar. People are drowning in this Pavsagar. Maharaj says, Baj Guru, Dube, Jag Sara. Bhagavad says, without the Guru, the whole world is drowning. So we need this truth. Iha uha, such a way. This is the truth that's come from Vaheguru to us. Purachukam Mahakani Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.